Hello everybody. Let me just start with a sorry. This video is a mess and we're only 7 seconds in. I'm filming in my office, as you can see. I've got a full office tour coming on my IGTV, so my Instagram videos that'll be up on Monday. So do follow me on Instagram if you would like to know more about all this old place. I'm filming on my phone, so apologies if this quality is even lower than our regular low quality setup. This camera, I don't have a memory card in there, and I thought I did. It's ironic that I don't. The reason I don't is because I took the memory card out to edit a video, which I then didn't have the courage to upload, and I wanted to come here and make a video about not having courage to upload videos at the moment. But I can't make that video because I was editing a video that I didn't have the courage feels like the wrong word, but I have like this block to upload it. So I thought, no, don't let this be an excuse. Don't let this be a blocker to you. Just film on your phone, it'll be fine. So here we are. You may have noticed that I've taken a bit of a break from YouTube. Most of you won't have noticed. You know when people on social media are like, hi guys, I'm back, I took a few days off. Like, I'm glued to social media all the time, but even I'm like, totally didn't notice you were gone. So if you didn't notice, sort of glad, but some of you have, because I've had some messages on Instagram saying like, where are you? Is there going to be a new video? What's going on? And I totally understand that. Like, I told you there would be videos every Thursday, and then I did not do that. So it's very understandable that you would ask, and I'm flattered that you'd ask, because you know that's what a creator wants, to have some people want their content. So thank you for asking. I thought I would explain what's happened. That made it sound very dramatic. It's not. It's more just like a mess in my mind, and this is all just such a like a scribble that it's going to be really hard for me to like share this in like very cohesive things. I made notes and I spoke to my friends about this, a couple of them, like, how can I say this? And they were like, just say what you're feeling. You've always been so good at just listening to that, and I think that sometimes, I've been feeling like I shouldn't say anything because I don't want to be negative and I don't want to moan, and you know, it's not your job to take on my like their feelings. But then sometimes I think a bit of just rawness is good. I mean, it doesn't get much more raw than filming on your phone with the sound of a bus squeaking past, does it? So I was doing okay, uploading everything on a Thursday after my little like hiatus over lockdown, and I felt at the time that was because I had glasses, remember I had the gap and like everything was going on. It just felt too much to like film interesting content, and so I started doing a Thursday, and that was okay. But then, I don't know, I need some boundaries and I need some balance. And I hate saying that because it feels like I'm saying to you guys, I want to push you away, and I don't. But I don't know how to describe this. How do I even explain this? This is a problem. Sorry about this, bear with me. So YouTube feels like a different place to what it was. I think it's not necessarily YouTube, I think it's the internet feels like a different place to what it was when I started. And when I started, I could just share bits of my life and share like intimate things. And I don't mean intimate like sexy, that's a whole different video sharing website. But I mean like, you know, what I'm feeding my children and what our thoughts and feelings are, and like things we get up to and all that sort of stuff. Just things that normally would go on behind closed doors. Like I brought the camera into my home and shared home life and all that kind of thing that at the time we just weren't seeing. You either had like your friends and you knew what they got up to, or there were celebrities and they were in magazines and you would see them out and about, and occasionally there'd be like an article where they'd be interviewed in their house, and like Hello magazine would do some pictures of them and stuff. But there wasn't this like in-between thing where you could like follow somebody digitally and see all about their life and like really be invested in them, but then not be a celebrity. So at the beginning it was that, and as things have grown, I think that a number of things have happened. First of all, some creators have become like celebrities. Like when you look at Joe Sugg and Saffron Barker. I've just picked the two that have been on Strictly, but like some have become like transcended into actual celebrities, which is amazing. And I think that's so exciting to see that the two medias are colliding. But also it changes the dynamic slightly of what creators are. And a big one of that is that our name has changed and we have started to be called influencers. Now, I don't know a single creator, like OG creator that started at the beginning, that started thinking, right, I want to make these like rubbish webcam videos chatting to like some online friends, and the reason I want to do that is because I want to have influence over them. That's not what happened. Most of us, myself included, just wanted to talk to people, wanted to have a community, enjoyed that. I enjoyed the interaction. I enjoyed that I never felt lonely, that I had people to talk to. It's that communication, that's the word I'm looking for. It was that communication that I really loved, and I think that other people loved that too, and that's why it grew and grew. And a side, what's it called? Symptom? No, what's that? Side effect of that is that we started to have influence. And that means that we could encourage people or persuade people or enable people to do something. So an example would be some of the crafts I've been doing lately with Pearl. So cute, little like made tassel and pom-poms, all those sorts of things that I've decorated my little Halloween window with. A few people have been like, oh my god, I've been so inspired to make some little pom-poms too. I've bought a little pom-pom maker and some wool, I'm going to do it too. That's influence. I've influenced them to make those decisions. Now brands obviously want a slice of that pie because they want to influence people to buy their phone cases and cameras and goodness knows what else. And that's fine, that's just like an ecosystem. It's fantastic because it means that those brands will employ creators to make that content for them. And we have to just pick carefully and make sure it's a brand that we align with and we think you would like. And that's the ecosystem of it, that's okay. But having the term influencer makes me feel like I've got to live up to this, and I've got to be a good influence, and I can only influence for the exact right things, and I've got to get it right all the time, and I don't get it right all the time, and I never will get it right all the time. And that's because you cannot please everyone. You could be the juiciest peach in the bowl, but there'll always be people that don't like peaches. An example of this is I love shopping in charity shops a lot. I've always done that. My mum used to take me, and then when mum died I used to go with Auntie Judith, and now I love taking my girls. I love the thrill of like, you don't know what you're gonna find. I like treasure hunting, you know all this. It's very loud out there, apologies. And some people don't care either way. Some people love it because they love it too. And I've had some people say, you shouldn't do that because you can afford to shop in not charity shops, in like regular first-hand, what do we call those, like for-profit shops. And I don't like that you're doing that, and they get really upset about it, and then I'm like, I won't share that I'm shopping in charity shops anymore. And because I don't want to upset people, I don't want people to think I'm bad, or people to say that I'm doing a wrong thing, or that I've got like malicious intentions for my actions. So I start self-editing and self-sanitizing almost what I share, and then that makes me feel rubbish because I feel like I have this boundary that I don't want up between us. And it feels like that connection, which is what fuels all of this, is tainted somehow, because although 99% of you are just watching these videos and maybe not commenting anything, just being like, I've just watched it, cheers for that, bye, getting on with your own life, there are some people that are not like that. And even if I don't read those comments, I know they're there. And it's like drip, drip, dripping, like getting under my skin. And the more you think about something, or the more you see it, or the more you hear it, the more you just start to believe it. I feel like I can talk about this now because of how amazing you guys are. Here's like a plus to social media. So many of you know, and it's detailed in my book, I was abused as a child. I had someone live with us in our family who was really awful to me. She was physically and emotionally, emotional, what's the other one? There's another one, not sexual, mental. She was mentally abusive. And one of the things was, and when I say this, it's going to sound like I'm so stupid, but it's just one of those things that just happens. So she would always call me a whore. Ever since I was about 8, she would say I'm a whore. Everything I did, it's because I'm a whore. Sorry to use that language, by the way. And when I went to university, even though she had been out of my life for 2.5 years by then, I went to university thinking I'm a whore. I don't even really know like what the definition of whore is, because I think it means like somebody who's very promiscuous, and like now I just think, so what? Crack on, enjoy yourself. But it was always drummed into me that was really bad and dirty and wrong, and that's what I was. And I got to university, and bear in mind, this is like such an intimate detail, I went to University of Virgin, who had done very, very little with anybody. But I thought that about myself, and it was just based on that someone had told me it enough, and I had started to believe it. And I don't like that feeling, and I'm starting to feel it again, not so severely, but I'm starting to feel like, oh, I shouldn't say that, that's bad, I shouldn't do that because that's bad, I don't want to do that because that's bad. And to protect myself from having those feelings, I'm just sharing less and less. So that's one thing. The other thing is my personality type. I'm a really like this person. Well, I don't know what the word for that is. Like, I'm not very organised. Oh, that looks so nice. I'm not super organised, and that works for me. I've got like a creative mind. I like to jump from project to project. I'm messy. I'm quite scatty, and the reason I can make all this like whole world work is because I have a really good team, and now I employ Nicole, who usually sits there, and she's organised. So it's great because I get to focus on being this like very like, I'm gonna do this, this is a great idea, like buzzing with ideas and making things and all these like fun creative projects. And she is really good at being like, okay, I've put that in the diary for that day, and she like helps with that. And before that, Glean were doing that to some extent, and you know, I don't think that a schedule at the moment is going to work, because this like weird fear thing that I've got is making it really hard to create content, because every time I think, oh, I'm going to film a video, like sometimes I think, oh, I'm going to film a video of our day, and then I get so tense about it and I become like a different person. Like my kids notice that I'm tense, Liam notices that I'm like snappy, because I'm like, don't leave all that mess out because people will say we're messy, got to tidy that away. Or I'm like, no, can't wear that because I don't look nice in that and that's not good enough. And then I don't film, or I film something and then give up on it because I hate it so much. And I don't want it to be like that. And in the beginning it wasn't. I keep thinking back to the beginning when it was just film when something nice happens and enjoy it, and just upload it when you do. And the reason I've been all these years so much like, okay, this is the day I'm going to upload, I'm going to have a schedule, I'm going to upload on this day, it's going to be that day at that time, is because YouTube and the internet and social media platforms, oh, there's someone right outside the window trying to get in, I think. Yeah. They're not for me. There's multiple people in this office, but they can see me, so I think they're thinking like, help us. Okay, I'm back. So schedules work if you want success, and by success I mean the most views possible. Having a schedule is really good, and I'm all for it. Like if that fits in well with you and you like it, then do it. Like a schedule, I have a schedule on Instagram where I upload an IGTV on a Monday, and that works. I can do that. I don't know what the blocker is here. I don't know if it's because YouTube just feels like it's behind closed doors and I just want to shut my doors for a while or what, but I've just brain dumped everything at you there. So I don't want this just to be a big moan. I want there to be a solution at the end, because I'm a solution-led person. Such a cringy like business thing to say. It's like, be solution-led. I think what we need to do is just not have a schedule at the moment, or not have a strict schedule. It's up to you. I'm going to take your lead on this. I'd be more than happy to say that Thursday is a video day, but I can't guarantee there'll be a video every Thursday. Or I'd be happy to say just like any old day when I've got a video, I'll just pop it up and we'll just see what we have. And I think that would be better, because what it means for you is the content and videos that you are getting with a really glad heart, and I'll be relaxed and it'll be better content. But I think I need to have this little bit of balance and boundaries, and those things could be really fluid and flexible, because there might come a time where I'm able to cope better. I think I must feel like a really weak person, because there's some people on here that I see totally thriving and just being like, I just shrug off all the pressure and all the negative vibes that there are online. But it's like, all these years I've been able to do that, but it's like at the moment I'm just sponging them up and I'm feeling them all, and if that makes me like a bit of a weak person, then that's what I am. Side note, I recently watched a video about highly sensitive people, HSPs, and when I watched it I was like, oh my god, I feel so seen. This is me. So maybe that's got something to do with it, I don't know. Have you ever heard of highly sensitive people or watched anything on it? Yeah, so I have a couple of videos ready to go. I have one of us in Cornwall, but I've been reticent to upload it because that holiday, for a lot of reasons, was not the best. We actually came home early, and on the day I filmed, it was just one of those days where like we had planned to do so many exciting things and we didn't do them because the weather was terrible, or we couldn't get in because you were meant to pre-book, and it was just there. So I filmed it all and thought it would be nice to upload and like keep the memories of, but I've just been feeling a bit on edge about sharing that, because I'm worried that people will be annoyed at me in some way for whatever reason. And I've had people annoyed at me that I left the holiday early. I had people on my Instagram saying, you know, like surprised or a little bit off with me because I left the holiday early, and they would never leave a holiday early, which is fine. But I couldn't share all the reasons we left the holiday early. It wasn't just the weather, there was more stuff, but I'm a member of a big family and I don't want to share all like other members of my family's like issues. Part of them were why we left early, and it was all just like, if I could tell you every little thing, you'd be like, okay, fine, you left your holiday early, but I can't, because I can't share everything because the internet is a weird place. So I've got that one to upload if you'd like to watch that. And then the other one is a day that Darcy and I and my dad had at the Harry Potter studio tour. And I know that J.K. Rowling has said some things on social media that are not cool. And so now some people are saying that you shouldn't go to these places, and that I shouldn't influence people to spend money that will go into J.K. Rowling's bank account, which I appreciate what they're saying. But then on the other side of the coin, ironic coin, being that it was just such a lovely day with Darcy and my dad, and it was actually the first day Darcy, Dad and I have all had together. One of the good things is in life at the moment, as much as this is all like, I've been having like, I feel like there's been a lot of healing with my dad and I through all the like stuff we've had in our lives. I feel like that's going well and it's nice, and so I invited him to come for a day out with us, and I would love to have that record of that little thing documented. And Darcy and I just love Harry Potter. I don't love what J.K. Rowling said, but I do love the wizarding world, and I love that that's something that Darcy and I bond over. We love magical things and spells and all of that lovely, joyful magic. But I don't want to upload that and then have people angry at me that I'm influencing wrong, you know, that like you've got to influence for the right thing. So I don't know what to do there. I was wondering, is there something I could say in the description, or is there an organisation I could leave links to, or a charity, or some Etsy sellers of Harry Potter things, because people are saying if you buy things from Etsy then you're not giving that money to J.K. Rowling. But ultimately I went to the studio tour because we absolutely love it there. We've been lots of times, we have such a great time. And that is not Etsy, is it? That's what it is. So would you like to see that? I'm going to edit it anyway, and I'm going to have it because I want to have it for my dad to see it and for Darcy to watch it back because she loves watching back those things. Would you like to watch that, or are you like boycotting all of that sort of thing? Another thing, whilst we're here, might as well just get it all off my chest. This was meant to be like a 5-minute video. This is not a 5-minute video. I've bought Pearl some really lovely clothes from Zara and a couple of bits from Next for autumn, and I really wanted to do a lovely haul, but I haven't been doing hauls really at all in the last year or so, because again, don't want to influence people to go out and spend loads and loads of money, and also to really buy loads and loads and loads of things that they don't need. But Pearly does need autumn clothes, but then I go, like, see, I'm doing this self-editing thing where I'm like, but I did buy her that little black tutu. She doesn't need a black tutu, so that was bad. Or is it bad because it's okay that she has a little tutu? Like, you know, all this like, and then I think, I just won't share it with them. I'll just live in my like terrible secret world where I've bought my toddler a little tutu. And then that seeps in and I think about it, and it like goes to the back of my mind, like into this little place that I can't regulate, that's like, you're a bad person because you bought your toddler a tutu. And saying it out loud just sounds ridiculous, but that's where I am. And I don't know why I'm like this at the moment. I don't know if it's because 2020 has been a weird year. I don't know if I've just opened up this little like soft place in me because I've opened up about all the abuse, and I feel great for doing that, but I've let my walls down a little bit. I don't know. I would love to ask you, and I feel bad for asking you, for some like encouragement, but also you don't have to do that because I'm not entitled to that. So yes, there we are. The irony is I'm going to upload this not on a Thursday. I'm just going to upload this when I edit it. I think I'm going to sit there and edit it now and pop it up. Let me know what you think about the Cornwall vlog, the Harry Potter vlog, and toddler autumn cute clothes haul. Going forward, I would really like to just be like it was. I would really like to just make cute content of fun stuff and not worry about things. So that's my goal. I think I'll get there. I just want to apologise for saying all this and like taking up space with such a blur thing, but I felt like I couldn't just jump back into, oh, here's a vlog out of nowhere for no reason. I'm an over explainer. Sorry. Okay, I'll end this video and upload it, and wait for the comments. Hope they're okay. Right, lots of love. See you soon. Bye bye.